Let me get rid of this horrible picture. There we go. I will just walk around with you for now. Since I have this badass internet, we can go anywhere. I really believe I could go up there if I wanted to with the internet. Because the box is right there. If we were actually to feed it outside, it would give us coverage all through this whole area. Hi, Mega Desi. Hi, Lou. Catitude's got to be here somewhere. Hi, Catitude. Hi, Judy. I got it to work the first try. Yay. So there's no race here to get anything done. We are taking our time tonight. If we spend 2 hours out here, we spend 2 hours out here. There's a pudgy dog out here somewhere. See that adorable little pudgy dog? That little adorable pudgy dog has won our hearts big time. Let's watch her. You should get a kick out of this. Okay, I have no idea why that just shut off there. Usually when she's sitting there like that, she'll start fidgeting, and she'll start like changing her weight from her left front to her right front, just kind of bouncing back and forth, and then it'll get a little more intense, and then she'll start whining, and then she'll start crying, and then she'll start giving you the what for. She's funny as hell. And she's doing so good, guys, she can actually stand up. Like, she'll go over to Tracy's chair and she'll stand up alongside Tracy's chair, something she never could do before. But she's doing fantastic. I could not be happier for her. And unfortunately, guys, we did just get home from having to say goodbye to Mr. Shelby. It sucks, but now that once she put him to sleep, we looked at his mouth. It would have been cruel to keep him alive any longer. It was horrible, his mouth. So we made the right decision, no doubt about that. She will probably walk out there, guys. She's been walking all the way up to the road on her own. But we just wanted to go live and talk about what the hell's going on here with me. I haven't had any doctor's appointments yet. Tomorrow is one in Grand Rapids, but now we're not sure if I'm even going to make it because it's over an hour away and I don't have a car. But Chuck and Vicky just got home, our neighbors, so hopefully they can help me. We just don't trust our car to drive that far. And then on Friday, I have another appointment in Reed City, which is only 45 minutes away, so that's not so bad. Oh, he was catitude, you guys. He was getting so skinny. He couldn't eat, and he was wasting away to nothing, and he had dried blood all four of his paws from licking. Oh. Just dried blood, just gross looking, and it was not a good situation for him.
Not at all.
Hi, Miss Gypsy. There's a Miss Gypsy. There's a little Pudge. Oh, I can't zoom. What do you know? Did you catch that?
No.
Mr. Morris just went zooming by. Can you hear her huffing and puffing?
Yeah, she does that. But she loves going for her walks. She demands to go for walks now.
Yup.
She's got pain on her ear.
I'm surprised all animals don't have pain on them.
My kitchen does. My new toaster. Sniffle. This is why we can't have nice things.
Thanks for joining us, Sue. I know it's late for you guys over there and Blue. But we thought we'd come on and answer questions, although we don't know many answers. But
We know some.
the thing I found out Monday, I guess I was aware of it, but I blocked it out. That I was told this is an aggressive form of cancer, and I just blocked that part out. And I saw my primary care doctor Monday, and she obviously didn't pull any punches.
It's a nice view of your leg.
Yeah.
Is what it was.
But obviously she's not going to sugarcoat anything, so
Yeah.
I honestly did not know that it was considered an aggressive form of cancer, so that kind of kicked me in the balls, to be honest with you. Don't even know what to think about
Hi, guys.
that, honestly.
Well, Mr. Morris. But then, guys, the owner of our store, his brother had what Mike has, but he had it on his brain stem. And they told him with treatment he might get 6 months, and here he is 3 years later. They don't know. The human body's a weird thing.
Who's a moderator? You're a moderator?
Yeah.
What'd you moderate?
All I did.
I just clicked something that says another moderator handled this.
That'd be me. Well, it was just somebody posted a message that said hi, and it said this comment is held for review, and I'm like,
Yeah, I know. There's nothing. They just said hi, right? That's all they said. Hello.
and there was some kind of a whatever the emoji was that they did, it didn't come through. So.
Oh. Did you notice the weeds growing in the gutter right there?
Sure did. There's a tree growing in that
I
one.
did not see that.
That's a tree. There was a cedar tree in the one up front. So.
You've been here for 2 hours waiting for us, Sue. That's awesome. Or sad. I don't know which.
Both. It was two hands making a heart. Yeah, for some reason they blocked that.
Wow.
Yeah, who
Very
knows?
odd.
Well, YouTube in of itself sometimes is very,
So,
very
but
odd.
explain what my appointments are tomorrow and Friday.
Well, okay, the thing is about the appointment tomorrow, knew nothing about it, absolutely nothing. He got a text. It was like, oh, I've got an appointment on Thursday. Excuse me? In Grand Rapids. They basically just sent him this thing that he has an appointment.
An
So I
hour
have
and a half away, basically.
no idea what this appointment is. No idea whatsoever. Friday's appointment is at the radiation center, basically the
Oncology, right?
it's
Oncologist.
no, this is the oncologist tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
The other one is at the place in Big Rapids where he's going to be getting radiation and such. So they say we're meeting with his, and I'm going to quote this, team. Like, there's a team? We're on a team now? Okay. Well, it's probably too late now to call, and we had other things to do today, so he's just going. If he's got an appointment, he's going. We're gonna get this figured out.
Did any of you guys ever have your skull glued together? My God, man, this
It's
stuff,
scalp, not your skull.
the stuff they used to patch me back together, basically.
I think they used about half a can of super glue on him. There's so much glue up there.
And it's like now it's to the point of it really doesn't bother me to touch it or anything.
But
And
your
it just it
dissolvable stitches are not dissolving because
right.
they're soaked in glue.
But yeah, there's just a couple areas up here that are really hard and dry, and it's like how do you? It's kind of like you want to scratch it, pick at it a little bit. I'm not
Don't
really,
pick
but
at it.
it just feels so weird. It's like why is this not healed more in 5 weeks or whatever it's been
Oh,
now?
it's healed. It's very healed. It's just the stitches aren't dissolving, and there's a whole lot of glue up there that doesn't want to come off.
Not too much catitude. It hurts if I lay a certain way, like watching TV in bed. It'll hurt. Sometimes in the morning I wake up and it's bumping. If that makes any sense, it actually is like slumping slightly. So yeah, it still hurts from time to time.
Yeah, it is super glue. It totally is. It's hilarious. Actually, I'm like they stitched him back up and glued him.
So yes, yesterday was a great day. I got a lot done.
Thank you, Atta girl.
Been having fun, painting. I enjoy that crap. I'm happy to have that motivation back because that tumor obviously was pushing on some part of my brain that was keeping me from doing anything that I enjoyed.
Well, it kept
Um,
you from enjoying anything.
anything. So
Period.
yeah.
There was no
So
enjoyment in your
I don't remember
life.
the last time that I woke up in the morning and said, I'm gonna go do this today. Like go paint, paint, primer, clean, whatever. Any kind of motivation like that. It's been forever since I woke up like that. So I'm happy, obviously happy for that to feel better that way, but not for the reasons I feel better that way.
Yeah. Oh, this stuff floating around is going to drive me insane.
So at least having that energy, the energy's there, no doubt about that. And I worked my butt off yesterday. I worked till dark last night,
Yep.
almost.
And the ability, because that was the other
You
thing.
know,
It's no matter what he wanted to do, he just
I can't even get my buddy Paul.
didn't even have the
Paul
strength
and
to do
Karen
it.
are living up here. I know some of you might know that now, but anyways, I've been trying to give Paul a kick in the ass. Him and Karen aren't married, but they are living up here,
No,
going on 2 years,
didn't.
and I'm trying to give Paul a kick in the ass to do something, clean something, paint something, pick up a freaking paintbrush, or whatever. Do something
Yeah. Do something constructive to add to the value of the home.
instead of complaining that she doesn't do anything. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But, it's like, come on, Paul, if I can do this, you can do this. And he hasn't, I've been bugging him all week. What'd you get painted? What'd you get clean? What'd you get done? Nothing, nothing, nothing. He didn't do anything. Are you kidding me? I did not make a Desi.
I was sick for 2 days.
No, my voice finally came back. I was thinking there for a while that they might have hurt something in my throat with the tubes or something, but my voice has finally gotten back to mostly normal.
No, I was sick for 2 days. I went to work. Let's see. It started Monday night. I started not feeling good. I went to bed early. Tuesday, I woke up and I felt like hell. You know how sometimes you just feel hot and dried out and just bleh. Yeah, and I felt horrible. I felt horrible all day at work. I finally started feeling a little bit better last night, and I woke up this morning and I felt okay, but I don't know.
Yeah, you're right about the thinking about it part. Because most days I've woke up and I've been okay, even knowing what I might be facing. Part of me's been in denial, and I've been able to because they gave me a month to recover, basically. But now we're 3 weeks into that month, and now shit's getting serious, and I can't really ignore it anymore. So, and that's scary, scary as hell.
Yeah,
Every
it is.
day I cry, which sucks.
Me too.
So,
Little do you know. For me too.
It's just such a helpless feeling.
Good night, Lou.
Night, Lou. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, and it is for me too, because I'm, a fixer. I always take care of you when you're sick and try to get you better, and I can't do anything to get you better this time. I can just stay there to keep you in check.
There's a Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris.
Come here, Lord M. Dear Lord M. Mm. Hello,
He
Morrissey.
turned out to be. Yep. The rumors fly around this neighborhood that this is a really good place to come if you're a cat.
Yeah, denial doesn't. It's like the stages of grief. You go through it all.
Thanks, LB.
You have the sadness. You have the anger. You have the denial. There's everything there because it's just.
Good boy, Mr. Morris.
He
Isn't he a handsome boy?
is a handsome boy. Morrissey, Lord he's now our. Hi, Randall.
Kind of a guard cat.
He is. He's our perimeter guard now. He goes out to the end of the driveway and meets with the captain across the road.
Yep.
They have secret meetings up there. I don't know what's going on, but things happen. He's the leader.
Hi, Randall.
They don't actually stage brain cancer like that, Catitude. They have 4 levels, and it is a level 4. But most of this type of cancer is discovered in adults at a level 3 or 4 because by the time they discover it, things are happening like what was happening to him. And by the time they discover it, and that's the problem too, that it wasn't just the tumor. There was a lot of swelling around the tumor, and that was what was causing the pressure. The tumor wasn't as big as the thing looked on screen. The tumor was actually quite small, but they had a lot of edema around it. A lot of liquid swelling. It was okay. What the surgeon said to me when he came out of surgery, when I talked to him that night, he said, I know Mike doesn't like this guy, but when I talked to him after the surgery, he was a very decent man to me, and when we were talking, he said, "Well, he goes, when I first got in there, his brain was very angry. It was angry." He said, "Now it's calmed down and looks happy again." So I took that as a good sign, but it was the swelling around it. It was.
And I don't know if this grows back aggressively, if they could go back and remove a portion of it again to stop it,
Yes.
putting pressure on my brain. I don't know how many times they can go in and do something like that.
I was reading online a guy that had 6 brain cancer surgeries. Not that we're going to judge you for 6 brain cancer, but it can be done.
I'll
So
sign up for 2.
okay, yeah. I mean, and here's the thing. Now, if anybody says, "Oh, I have to have brain surgery," literally be looking at them going, "Oh, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it." I mean, it's not like they're cutting open muscle and all that stuff. They're not like if they cut into your abdomen, there's all kinds of layers. This is just skin and skull. Your brain doesn't feel pain, and the skull is quite thin. The skin's quite thin. It's a brain cancer doesn't. It's a brain surgery now does not scare me. It's like, oh, okay.
I have a little bit of an amusing side note today. After we dealt with Shelby today, we were talking to Dr. Arcee, and I was like, well, how much do we really be concerned about getting a 14-year-old dog a rabies shot? She said, well, you never know. She's going to bite somebody. And we both started laughing. I'm like, well,
No, we kind of do know.
yeah, we kind of know that right there is not going to bite somebody. But we're gonna get a rabies shot
Abby,
anyways, just cause.
Abby normal.
And what else was there about?
Oh, that is
Oh,
the
just talking
greatest movie
about
of all time.
taking care of Lily, our black cat Lily. Oh my God, dude, we've given her amoxicillin, Clavamox, Fishmox, like 3 different kinds of antibiotics,
At least.
at least, and cannot get rid of this freaking sneezing problem she has. And Dr. Arcee thinks she might have a polyp or something in her nose,
Hi, Vixen.
irritating her. Hi, Vixen.
And Randall, funny story, but every time I'm at work and the song Putting on the Ritz by Taco comes on, I just start laughing because all I can think about is Young Frankenstein. And it makes me laugh every single time. But yeah, Dr. Arcee said that sometimes they get polyps in their nose and you basically wash it out like neti pop thing, wash
Yeah,
it out and do all that and clean it out. And she said she did that on her mom's cat and the cat was good for like 2 years.
so yeah, but everybody is, for the most part, healthy. The animals, that is.
Some healthy. Morris! Morris is over there doing parkour. He just ran up the tree, jumped down, and ran up those steps.
He's way right in there somewhere.
He's on the deck.
Oh yeah, he's
He's looking
right
in.
there.
He's looking in the slider door like, hey, is somebody in
Hey.
there? Hey.
So we found out he's gonna sell that place next door. That sucks for us. Although,
It could be worse.
yeah,
He's
the,
selling it to his ex-wife, who we also know.
no Airbnb.
Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, at
and
least we know her.
yeah, we know
So
Melissa. So yeah, we not so worried about that because
she's
that
a nice, very
she's
nice
a
person.
yes.
So, but anytime you hear somebody say, "I'm gonna sell my place," you go, "Oh shit, what are we gonna get now? Another one of them things like that up there?"
Well, the thing that worries me now with Mike going into treatment and all this, it's like I do not, I don't want that to be like freaking party house if he sold it to somebody that, young people or, people,
Right.
we can't have that. We just can't have that. I'm sorry.
But you guys see our concern with her, right? How freaking out of control she is, right?
She could bite somebody. Yeah, no, she couldn't. I was like, Dr. Arcee, I don't think she could open her mouth wide enough to like bite somebody's finger.
But she's just, I wouldn't trade it for the world to give her this life she has now because she's so freaking happy.
And strong.
And it makes us happy to see her so happy after. Now we can see how bad off she really, really was.
Yep. She's getting so much stronger every day. I mean, you guys remember, she would walk like 5 or 6 steps and have to sit down and rest. Now she just goes. Yeah, can't you? But yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. It's like she's walking faster and she's now like if she's on your chair or something, she wants to get down, she gets down. She doesn't even think about it. She actually like bounces down.
Yep.
And she would not do that before because I think she was hurting from lack of use of her legs. She loves coming outside and walking around. She loves it. Did you show them how pretty my lilacs are?
No, take the phone and show them.
Well, I'm going to take it over there because that one's much prettier.
She's going to take you for a little walk.
Yes, we're going to go for a walk.
Maybe show them Art's tree too. That one out there is really pretty
Oh,
too.
yeah.
I'm going to take 5, guys.
I'm going to take you guys to my lilac. Oh, I bought this in 2006. It was a stick. And look at it now. But yes, you can see just how pretty. I told those guys that, see, the Boy Scouts up here sell these. They sell these lilacs at the Lilac Festival. And I told I told the little Boy Scout that I wanted the darkest purple one that they had. And he said, that would be those over here. And I said, okay, because if it's not, I'll come back someday and find you. But he sold me the right ones. Not a really good flower year this year. I mean, it's got some. This one over here has less. Last year, this thing was covered in flowers, and this year it's just like this, but they. Oh, Catitude, that's so sad. This one's just got them up on the top this time, but usually it's 1 year is a really good flower year, and then the next year is a good year for leaves. How far is that lilac? How far do I feel like walking? Oh, well, you can see it way down there in the background. His is kind of covered. Yeah, lilacs, Catitude. I know they say that lilacs need so many days below 32 degrees to bloom. So you could have lilacs down there, but the sad part is they'll never bloom. And I was like, who would have a lilac that didn't bloom? That's depressing. Oh, here comes Gypsy. Yeah, guys, losing Shelby today was so hard. I knew it was coming. This is the sad thing with the his mouth after she had put him to sleep and I looked in his mouth, he had sores that looked like canker sores all over the underside of his tongue, inside his mouth. And it just broke my heart because, seeing him drooling and seeing blood coming out of his mouth, and then, it got to the point again where he couldn't drink because his tongue was so thickened and so sore that he couldn't use his tongue to drink. And it was like, okay, it's time. Ugh, that is horrible, Catitude. Yeah, I felt so. Well, hello, Mr. Wizzy. Hey, Wizzy. Get your moment, Wizzy. But yeah, it just broke my heart though because Shelby was just the people that did not like cats loved Shelby because he was so ridiculously friendly would be the words. And the sad part to me was he was being just as sweet as knowing how much pain he was in, and he was being just as sweet as ever, just rubbing up against you and loving on you, and just being a sweetheart. And that's what broke my heart was that I said, he didn't look like a sick cat. He just looked ragged because he couldn't clean himself, and then like I told Mike, it was just stupid. Yeah, Catitude. He was over the plate and he would get food in his mouth, but he couldn't, he was chewing on it, but his tongue wouldn't let him swallow it. So he was basically just chewing on food and spitting it out. And it was a mess. Like I told Mike, I said, I can understand, cats get sick I said, this is just stupid. I said, this one I just feel is really stupid and unfair. They do. Every one of mine has left that. I I mean, we had to put Sassy Cat down July 1st of last year. It's been almost a year. I am still not over Sassy Cat. I can't get over Sassy Cat. That was my girl. But Dr. Arcee, she was like, you're doing the right thing because it's not going to get any better. And I know Sassy was waiting for him on the other end of the Rainbow Bridge just to swat him. He used to irritate her so much. And I know she's just sitting there waiting, going, oh, you just wait, Shelby. But yeah, it's a beautiful day today. So luckily, I was able to. Tomorrow's one of my delivery days. I stock all of the cold meat section at my store. You know, bacon and sausage and lunch meat and mashed potato, anything like that that you can think of in a cold case is mine. Oh, that sucks, Randall. It really does. I hate when their animals get sick. But, here up pops this appointment for Mike, and it was like, I have to go to work tomorrow. It's Memorial Day weekend. Friday is traditionally our busiest day of the weekend, so I have a huge order for tomorrow. So I'm like, I texted my boss and I said, look, I have to go with him to this appointment. I'm just going to come in after his appointment's done. Instead of coming in at 7 o'clock in the morning, I'll get there at 1 o'clock or whatever, and I'll just put my stuff away then.
Want more coffee?
Yes, please. Thank you. So luckily they are very understanding with all this, and it's like, yeah, I'm going to be working different hours, and I'm probably going to be going in when those guys are getting ready to leave, but I'll get my stuff put away. I'm already on Friday. I'm going to go in like I might even go in at 6 instead of 7 and do stuff and work there for as long as I have to leave at 11 to go with Mike to this other appointment. I'm going to tell you guys some things too that I've learned in the past 3 weeks. Don't ask a cancer patient or their loved ones, how are they doing? Everybody keeps asking Mike that, they keep asking me that, and it's like, um, not great. Even if they're physically doing well, how are you doing is not, you know. I, I understand that people want to say something. And also, the other thing that I figured out too is the phrase, I'm here if you need anything. Well, I think it's actually better in that case sometimes to be to be specific. You know, like, hey, if you guys need a ride to the doctor, just give me a call. Or, hey, if you guys need me to cook a dinner for you. Because it's hard to ask for help. Even when you're in this situation like we are, it's not how he was raised. It's not how I was raised. And it's hard to do. To keep asking people over and over, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? No, Catitude, not yet. That'd be Moda. I don't even know if Moda's running this weekend because of Memorial Day weekend. I'm not sure. But yeah, it would. But, then again, I don't want him to, have to ride back on basically public transportation after treatment or even on the way because, they'll make 50 stops if they have to. And I'm hoping that we can get it set up where his treatments can be in the afternoon, and that way, even if I have to start going into work at 6, and getting my stuff done and everything, that I can get down, get out and get back here to get him to treatments in the afternoon.
Plus, then I won't be drinking in the morning.
Yeah. What exactly are you drinking in the morning, by the
Just
way?
wait till noon before I start drinking.
Yeah,
Alcohol. I haven't touched alcohol in 20 years, guys.
easily.
It's sure sounding good now. Come this way. We have to show them the other thing we did today.
Here, you take it. My arm is really stiff. And this one's asleep because of Wizzy.
We have to show you. We stopped on the way back from Poles.
To our favorite furniture store.
Yeah, our favorite furniture store because it's on the way. And he had told me when they came and put our carpet down that if I wanted to finance a chair, that I could get a new chair.
Okay, but funny. Don't let me forget to tell you the story about how we could have pulled the scam of the century, but we'll let you know. Look at his bloom this year.
Yep. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Tell them what scam you're talking about. I'm lost.
The first time that we ever went into this little out of the way furniture place, we ordered carpet. They were going to come to the house to measure and do carpet and stuff like that. And I picked out a chair, he picked out a chair and everything. Mike goes to write him a check, and Mike doesn't have any checks in his checkbook. He careful. He had just like 5 starter checks, and he had used them all. So the guy there goes, "Oh, don't worry about it. You already have the chairs loaded up, so I'll just get the check from you when I come out to measure your carpet." He didn't know us from Adam,
Anybody,
okay?
right?
He had no idea we were giving him a real address. It was like, wow, we could have just gone in there and pulled out the scam of the century and drove off with 2 chairs for free.
Yeah, no, that was 15 years ago, and we bought all our carpet, all our chairs, and yeah, chairs and carpet basically from
Yep.
them since then. So,
And
but
that
anyways,
was the first time, and then we went back and bought more chairs.
there's my comfy new chair. I deserve to sit my ass in a comfortable chair. So,
Put him in the comfy chair.
and it's a little wider. Had to factor in him.
Amongst others.
Whizzy, whizzy. So, anyways, very happy for that. It's very, very comfortable.
I'm getting basically the exact same chair, just in a lighter color.
But my chair sucks.
Mine does too.
Yeah, hers is bad. Hers is like almost 9 years old now, and it's collapsing. But we bought it brand new from the same place. But it's coming apart.
He didn't mean that the way that it sounded. It's not, collapsing because my fat ass sits in it all the time. It's just worn out.
And mine's a second hand. Mine is actually
Yeah.
that one right in there was bought at the same time hers in the house was.
Yep.
And I just kept that one just in case mine broke down. It's in the house because the one that's in the house, Todd next door here gave me. But
Yeah,
it sucks, yeah. But it sucks. It's not really that comfortable, and I had to put a board underneath it to tilt it back enough.
It kind of tilts forward.
You know.
It's weird the way that it sits when it sits on the ground. It's like tilted like this, and it's not comfortable.
So that one, that one's out of there, and this is going in as soon as we hang up with you guys.
Right. It's gonna be a little heavier than it was taking it out of the store, though, because I have a feeling there's gonna be a cat riding it.
Mr. Wizzy.
Wizzy, this is how you accidentally go to work with Mama.
How you accidentally go for rides in cars.
Yeah, it happened one day. I was leaving for work, and I got to the end of the road, turning out onto the main road, and all of a sudden I felt something against my arm, and I look, and Wizzy's standing there looking at me like, "Where are we going? How are you in my car?"
Good boy, Mr. Wizzy. Yep. Not bad for 13 and a half years old, huh, guys?
He's going to be 14 next month.
He's doing all right. I know it.
Yeah, you're covered in little white fluffy things again.
So I think we're going to wrap this up for now. We'll come back either Friday evening or Saturday. Something like that.
Saturday evening would be good because I don't have to work Sunday.
All right, so yeah, we'll come back, possibly go live again on Saturday or just do an update video, one or the other. I told Carl we were doing this. I don't know where he is.
He wasn't home, though.
No, that's right. He wasn't home. So
yeah.
Chuck and Vicky are home now over here, though. So I'm hoping that they can help us out with a ride tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's kind of short notice to get help from the senior ride place. But yeah, I need to look into options, Sue. There are things here to get you rides around here. I just don't like being dependent on someone I don't even know for a ride. So it's bad enough to be dependent on somebody you know. So, but alrighty, well, we're gonna take off out of here, guys. And
Go eat some dinner.
yes, definitely eat some dinner. Appreciate all you hanging out with us. And we will keep you updated on things
As we know.
as we know. Everybody have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Night, guys.
Bye.